What is up, you guys? Nice rainy day here in Ohio. It's actually up to like 60 degrees, which is nuts, but I'm not complaining. I guess I never really got to show you what we completed the other day. Check this out, guys. Woo, this is so nice. Eventually I want to put a drive in here, and I'll have a loop that goes all the way around then. That way if I have a trailer or somebody else comes over, they can just pull around the loop rather than having to back up, which is going to be super nice, and it'll give more room for more vehicles. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this all turned out. So I have a few comments to address. Some people were hating on my gutter job. I don't know why. I guess I could chop this off a little bit, but the roof line ends there. So if the spouting was like right there, I guess I could have it flush with the wall, but I will probably do something about it in the future because we have some leaks along here and this whole thing needs adjusted. It's not sloped enough. But like I said, I was gonna change that, so don't worry about that. And a lot of you guys were concerned with the perforated pipe that I laid down here, that it was gonna get clogged up with dirt, but that's why I put those big stone on top of it. And then on top of that was this size gravel. And then on top of that was a little bit of dirt, and then the top layer of this gravel. So I really don't think it's gonna get clogged, and the little stuff that gets down in there is just gonna get washed out the end. But live and learn, I should have wrapped it with some landscape fabric or something like that, because I actually had some. But the reason why I put the holes in the top was so some of the water that seeped down from the top can get into the pipe and go out that way. I didn't want it draining underneath this slab here, because that's what caused all these problems in the first place. It was the water getting underneath the slab and washing it out. And so far it's been working. So we had a lot of rain over the past 24 hours and everything's been perfect. So I try to address as much as I can because I know, some of you don't watch the whole video. This is my first time doing a lot of this stuff, so I just try to use basic common sense. And eventually I'm gonna put a dry well in right here. So shout out to whoever commented that. I will probably just dig a hole and put some large size stone in that hole rather than paying for the container, but that'll keep the water from pulling up here and making a mess, so I'll definitely do that in the future. But as you can see, after all that rain, it's really not even that wet, so it's doing its job. Next step is going to be to start putting this wall in, and number one on the list is to lay some cinder block down. I could start my wall on the edge of this slab, but look at this over here. I'd have to kind of build it up over here, and the way that it was designed, the wall was over here, which just didn't make sense. But don't ask me, I didn't build it. It almost makes me question if there was ever a board in the first place, or this wall was just literally hanging. But my idea was just to dig this out, level it, put gravel down, and put cinder blocks on there, which are level with this concrete, and then build my wall on top of those blocks. Unfortunately, this sidewalk right here sticks out a little bit too far, and I'm only gonna have to cut off like an inch, which sucks, but it is what it is. So I've got about 30 minutes of light left. I think we're gonna try to get that knocked out. Unfortunately, these are just too big to fit in between there, and we're talking less than an inch. So I've got a few options as far as cutting that off goes, and I'm just gonna try to use a masonry blade on a circular saw. So funny enough, my grandpa actually had one of these laying around, so I don't have to go buy one, which was nice. Let's give it a try. So the gap we have on this side is 7 1/4 inches, give or take. And 7 1/4. These blocks are 7 1/2. Just to leave enough room, I'm probably just gonna take an inch off of this. Not even bad, that ended up being a pretty good cut. I guess we'll give ye old chisel a try. Oh yeah, that'll work. Watch me do all this and then I not even make it wide enough. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Well, that worked out pretty dang good. We got a nice clean cut all the way across. The cinder blocks are gonna fit fine, so I'm gonna spend the rest of the daylight just digging this out and get ready for gravel. And maybe we'll even lay some cinder blocks tonight, who knows. I think you got something wrong with you if you don't like playing in the mud. Well guys, I'd say we're making good progress here. I think it's finally time to take off all these clamps and get the boards off of this little lip that I made. It's a little cruddy in some spots, but nothing some patch won't fix. I apologize for the lack of footage, but it is dark, rainy, everything's a mess. But I want to get this done because we're supposed to get more rain tomorrow and I don't want this filling up. So I'm about to go grab the tractor with a load of gravel. We'll come in here, put some gravel in there, try to level it out, and try to get these cinder blocks where I want them to be. Alright guys, so we're down to the last one, and of course it does not fit. I would have got super lucky if it did, but you know what, it is what it is. The first one you guys saw, I tried to cut it. I was so close. The last chisel blow broke it and I was mad, but it's all good. We're working on another one right here. Of course, my DeWalt battery grinder died. By died, I mean both of my batteries died, so when in doubt, man, you gotta bust out the Harbor Freight. I mean, who's always there for you when you're having a bad day? Harbor Freight. When you're down to your last dollar and you need to get something done, Harbor Freight is #1. Hit me up, Harbor Freight. I'd love a Harbor Freight sponsorship. We've used the crap out of your tools over the years, and despite what people want to say, Harbor Freight gets it done. I mean, look at this thing. It looks like it came off the Titanic. Still working. Good old Chicago Electric. Beating on her all these years.